Hey, 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 welcome to another Valley Forged. Decided to go for a walk, talk a little bit about craft shows. Are they even worth doing? I think that's an important topic, something I've always thought about, from the beginning of me running a laser business. For the new people here, like and subscribe, of course, all that stuff, but for the new people here, I run a full-time laser business. I've been doing this for years now. It's all I do, nothing else. So, I try and pass off some thoughts about, hey, what's good, what's not about lasers, running a laser business. And I love it. I absolutely love it. And shows are, such a hit or a miss thing. I started out doing a farmer's market and just selling super basic coasters. And it's exciting, and it was very, very little setup. And it was like $50 a week. Did I make money? No. And that's going to be the common experience for almost everybody that does a show. You hear a lot of people say, oh, I made money, but for the most part, they didn't actually make money. Maybe they made more than the booth fee or something like that. But when you really sit down and do the numbers, almost nobody actually makes money doing a farmer's market or even a craft show. It just takes a lot. I mean, when you think about it, you gotta have all of the setup, the tent and the tables and the displays and the change. You got to have a card reader, and then you have to have that connected to like a square or something like that. You need to have change. You got to pack all of that stuff up. Some of it's going to get messed up, and then you got to have packing supplies, and you got to have bags, and there's so much. And then you got to pay ahead of time most of the time for these shows, right? Almost all of the time. The weather may or may not be good. You may ruin some things in the sun, or the rain or the wind, or something might blow away. You might have to get insurance. Some shows actually, wow, that got dark. Some shows actually require insurance. It's just, there's so much. And the chances of you actually making money at the shows, very, very low. Now it does get better, and so you're gonna spend some money. That's why even in the last video, I recommend you not take it too seriously. Don't overspend. Don't spend too much on displays and all that kind of stuff. Just get better. Use the shows as a way for you to get better, for you to hone your skills. In the end, as a laser business, very few, probably less than 5%, are actually going to be able to make a living doing craft shows. And that's okay, because there are so many ways to make money in a laser business. And they're going to be the way that you enjoy, the way that you love it. If craft shows are your favorite thing and you love it, you can be in that 5%. No doubt about it. But finding the things in the business that you love are going to be a lot of what you're going to learn by doing craft shows. You're going to get so many people who ask you to do specific things, and you will quickly find out, hey, do I like doing custom orders? Do I like making specific things for people? You will get requests for huge orders for, say, schools or whatnot, and I'm going to be bringing up a lot of that on the channel soon. I will be bringing people on to tell you all of these different ways that they make a living doing. Somebody just started sawing in the background. I think this happens every time that I start doing a video. Anyhow, so where was I? Again, because just doing fundraisers and school things, you could literally make a living doing that. There's as many ways as you can imagine. But again, a lot of those ways are going to come through you doing shows, you meeting people, you getting out there. So I do think that doing shows are very, very worth it. Another thing I'm going to mention when it comes to doing shows and craft markets is you will eventually figure out what the best shows in your area are. That's not going to happen right away. And a lot of the best way that you learn that is through other vendors. So I really recommend you try just to be in the best possible mood and place you could be in when you are doing your shows. Try not to be panicked and just enjoy the show, meet people, enjoy meeting people, enjoy meeting other vendors. You're going to learn way more from the vendors, or as much as you are from the vendors as you do from your customers. And the vendors, of course, are going to be able to teach you and tell you where the best shows are, where they make money, who are the nicest people to work with. All of these things you're going to learn just by doing shows. And I personally, prefer to do maybe 6 shows a year that are 2-day shows, and 4 of them are close to Christmas. And then, maybe a spring show or something else, just the ones that I know are going to be really good. But in general, I don't want to do a bunch of shows. I want to make a bunch of stuff and sell all of them at fewer shows. And that's kind of how it's gone for me. I want to be doing between $5,000 and $10,000 per show at least. And that is for 2-day shows. You set up once, you can leave it set up overnight, and then just come back the next morning and do it. It just makes things so much better. And of course, I prefer indoor shows because then you don't have to worry so much about weather, wind picking up, all kinds of different things that can happen. But as I mentioned in the last video, lighting can be an issue in indoor shows, so you want to make sure you've got that taken care of. I will go over all of the little things, all of the things you need to bring, all of that in another video, tips and tricks and things like that. And we'll get specific. But this video is more about, hey, is it worth doing the shows? And my really feeling is if the only reason you're trying to do a show is to make money, probably not. But for your overall business and for you to get better at your skill, for you to be able to move out some of those products that you're making while you're learning, and for you to test different things, for you to meet other vendors, for you to meet other customers. A lot of my biggest orders have come because I was working a booth and, somebody would come up and they would say, hey, we want you to make 10,000 of these for this or that, and this is where some of my things came from, like the bottle openers, right? Came from doing custom orders for wineries and different places, right? For breweries and different, things like that, and for gifts. So things will come out of that. Or just like I was talking before about making the QR code signs. And that could be a business in itself. And pretty much every vendor at every place you go is going to need a QR code sign reader like that. And you could just walk around to all the different booths and you would probably be able to sell those to just about everybody if that's what you want to do. Again, there's just a million ways. It's just a million ways. And I have shown that in some of my videos, but I'm going to present a lot more this year to you. So just keep up on the channel. If you do shows, please leave a comment below. You more experienced people, just let people know what your experience is and whether you recommend it and how, whether what I'm saying is actually accurate or am I way off, which is totally possible. So that's kind of what I wanted to say in this video. Shows worth it, yes and no. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Love y'all. It's definitely not the best light for this, but I'm afraid everything's going to be gone. In fact, there are no yin yang kitties left. I had a bunch of hardwood ones made out of both of these and these type, and they are all sold out already. First day, halfway through the first day. Gift card holders not doing as well as I figured. Earrings are doing great. And oh, looks like one of these fell down. We could probably put a sticky on there to hold it. Yeah. We'll bring it out to the front. Okay, and memes sold very well.